Hi, Scorpio. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage. Something very interesting just happened. We're going to go through your reading. I am here to transmit messages from my spirit guides. As part of my shamanistic type practice, I'm here to be of service to all the light workers, to all the beings that are really committed to their soul travel, bringing forward their destiny, to be of service and to be with themselves as we journey through these days. So, a couple things. You will see one of my shamanic masks in the photo here. My guides have been telling me, make sure you tell people, don't be frightened of that. There's a long story that goes with that. Maybe I'll tell it another time. But it is a representation of death and rebirth and of the wisdom that comes out of the void and the things that are meant to be spoken from that place. And it is a very shamanic type of vision that comes with the ability to take flight. Okay, a lot of words coming through. I'm going to bite it off. So, just an acknowledgement that that's there. It is about bringing forward the light by traveling into the mystery of the void. To seek out the light, my guides are saying. So, Scorpio, while I was clearing the decks, it's very active at Moonrise Cottage lately, a lot of energy. So, the decks are just literally jumping like that, my guides are saying. So, welcome back to all the returning viewers. I picked some oracle cards. We jump into a sacred reading guided by the information that comes through to me in an intuitive channeled way. And we're going to pick an outcome from the bag of runes to tie the message together. So the cards were jumping out so much that I had to pause, and my guides finally said, put the deck down. The cards are there. So we're going to go through them one by one. And as I was setting up the stream for this video, it wouldn't go forward. I've never had that happen before. Everything was ready to go. I had clicked the button to stream straight to YouTube, which is how I do my readings. And there was this long pause. So I just sat here with the cards and with the energy. I know there's a purpose for that. I just want to acknowledge it. My guides are saying acknowledge that because you will know something about that, I guess. So let's jump in. Clearly, you're going on a shamanic journey. You've been on a shamanic journey. So the first oracle card from the beautiful animal medicine deck is Salmon. It is about inner wisdom and inner knowing. Salmon is a sacred keeper of wisdom and inner knowing, who, despite strong river currents, will always return to the place of its creation. It's given me a shiver. Scorpio, isn't that you? Wow, going into the deep, swimming against the currents. My guides are saying that's how it feels to you sometimes. The way the challenges feel as you go through your life. Scorpio's determination is driven by the wisdom of instinct and inner knowing. That's why you're so quiet. That's what my guides are saying. This instinct and inner knowing yields a sense of purpose that cannot be thwarted by external forces. Coming full circle, salmon medicine people finish what they begin, bringing life events and cycles to closure. So there we go. That jumped out. 8 of Cups. We have a lot to talk about, Scorpio. So salmon medicine honors every encounter in life as gathering of wisdoms. My guys just said gatherings, plural. It teaches that even when the flow of life seems to push you back, you can tap hidden resources of your human spirit and your personal inner knowing. The journey may not be an easy one, and the currents may not be in your favor. Okay, my guides are correcting the book. They've been doing this all day. So the currents are there for a purpose. It is divinely ordered, and Mercury's in retrograde, so bear with me. My guides are talking about the difficulties that you encounter, that you feel that you have. It's important to honor them and to know that they are forward progress. They are your pathway to bring you to this moment of leaping forward and leaping out from the depths of your incredible being into the full light of the sun. So that's the message that's coming to me about this card. So if salmon swam into your cards today, it may be telling you to trust your gut feelings and your inner knowing. Do you need to reflect on personal experiences that will help you decide whether the tide is ebbing or flowing in a direction that benefits your forward movement and growth? Go back to the beginning and trace your path to this point, the wisdom inside of you. And when you honor it, you will not go wrong. The silver of salmon skin reflects many lessons, and to reclaim your inner knowing, you must see the opportunity in all situations. And know that wisdom is earned both through life's easy and difficult experiences. Be willing to listen to others, as well as to the small, still voice within your depths. Behave in a manner that honors your path, and the proper use of inner knowing comes when you flow with your authentic feelings. Embrace all the experiences you encounter in life as learning lessons rather than learning hardship. Salmon teaches you to see the bend in the river as a new adventure. Wow, look. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to jump into that. It's beautiful, Scorpio. So, see the bend in the river as a new adventure with a lesson that you need to learn in order to grow into your destiny. This knowledge then becomes authentic wisdom through applying the truths that are gained to your life. Gorgeous. Thank you, Spirit. So, while you're on this path of clearly meeting your challenges, leaping forward to meet your challenges, my guides are saying, with full acknowledgement of the fact that you may be having some challenges and trusting the eternal wisdom of them. They are given to you for a purpose. And it is those challenges that represent the shaman's drum in your life very clearly, because Scorpio, we all know you're a shaman, aren't you? We know that. My guides are saying nobody needs to tell Scorpio that. So, like all the readings that have come out, you're being given messages about the shamanic experience that you are having. My guides are saying starting now, and we see this image of eagle vision taking flight, the face of the shaman hidden within the wing of the crow that is represented there. Much going on in this card. I like it. So I'm going to read to you a little bit from the book. But there is clearly something calling you forward, and you are responding, Scorpio, in a way that my guides are saying, with magnificence. It's beautiful. So let's see what the guides have to say. The rhythm of the shamanic drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe, as if you are not already tuned, but okay, now they're slapping me. Okay. There's something about the rhythm of your life and the things that you are meeting as you travel like a salmon travels upstream against the currents. It is this life experience that is the shamanic drum for you. And it links you to all the places you need to be entwined with, my guides are saying. So the wood frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots, and the upper world through the branches. The drum skin gives the shaman the powers of the animal kingdom. Striking the drum calls forth the power of the thunder and the rumbling of the earthquake. The drum invites a trance state where healing and prophecy happen. So, Scorpio, if you're out there and you're taking a journey intentionally, my guides are saying, it may be time to give yourself a drum if you don't have one, or go to a drumming ceremony or listen to some drumming music, sacred shamanic drumming that brings you into this kind of a trance state. My guides are talking about changing the alpha waves in your brain and all kinds of things like that. So the drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you. That is, okay, so my guides are saying, because you are walking on, understand that you are in perfect alignment with your journey. As you walk forward, what is behind you supports your journey. I love that. It is bringing you to effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. Isn't that interesting? The currents will take you exactly where you want to go once you jump in. Thank you, Spirit. Collect your power tools and summon your courage because it is going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. All right, my guides are saying you're going to know what that means. I'm not going to expound on that. It's mysterious and deep. Truly. Wherever it is you are traveling to, it's going to be a beautiful journey into both the full light of the sun and into the void to collect your messages. I think that's what's coming forward. So from the Journey of Love Oracle, we have this beautiful, sweet card. Look how beautiful. A lot of tenderness. Sweet soul rising. And of course, that's what you're engaged in. You know, look at that. Water element indications here. Trusting the beauty that's coming through. As the void, as the eclipse moment, pull you into your destiny. And look how that reflects the salmon. There's something really profound happening here. Scorpio, this is beautiful. So let's jump in, okay? The book is talking about you may feel lost in your own thoughts and feelings. And again, this is part of the Scorpio nature. There is a sweetness of surrendering into the void, into another world. It is time to dream. It is time to wonder about what comes next. It is not a time, perhaps, to be clear and sharp at this precise moment. If you have a clear plan, let it become soft and feel your heart. Feel yourself open to the energy of allowing whatever might need to be. Okay, so my guides are talking about flowing gently. Allow yourself to step into the currents of the cosmic ocean. You may be unsure of where you are headed, but you are safe in the essential truth that all waters naturally return to the ocean, where they are all wanting to go. You can use your own efforts to swim to your destination against the currents at times, or you can simply and softly float on the sweet love of your own soul as it enjoys the privilege of getting to know yourself once again and the way you are joined with the divine. Wow, beautiful. So the oracle attempts to bring you guidance. It is time to surrender and flow. This is not the time to assert your will. It is not the time to try to make things happen, no matter how much you may want or believe that they should. There is something bigger happening, and everything is going to turn out perfectly according to a far larger plan that includes your well-being because you are beloved. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectations about how the bigger plan will be achieved and just let it happen. It is time to trust and to allow. Trust that these things will actually take place without any striving to make it so. This is the time that you are in. Beautiful. Whew. Wow. So Scorpio, if you're new, again, the folks who have been following along, you know how my readings work. I am really here to speak with you about your destiny and do my best to pull the messages forward that are trying to be channeled through me. So, given everything that just was spoken, my guides are saying, through the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck, the Chariot, it is the mover of energy. Your energy clearly is moving. You are moving in concert with the destiny that was brought forward by this full moon eclipse. We see the Sacred Mother in the background. Look at all the growth that's happening. New things are sprouting. You've been activated. That's part of what my guides always say. I've taken it as a routine now. It is the activation, perhaps, of the divine feminine. This is the place in which you sit. This is the process you're going through. That's why the guides are saying, trust it. Let yourself rise. Rise up from the deep. Leap out into your life. Okay, my guides are saying, answer the drum. And you will know what that means. So you've been activated. This is the theme of the reading. You are moving forward. And what you are moving forward with, of course, into and of, they're saying. It's the sacred waters of existence. And that's where you swim, isn't it, Scorpio? So this is the card that represents you. So with that card, the Chariot, was talking about what my guides want to talk about. And they're talking to you about this. The elopement of skill. 8 of Wands, sacred partnership. Having an awakening moment. Okay, my guides are correcting me. It's an ascension moment. You're bonding yourself together. We are talking about your inner yin and yang, all those things. Both of these people are dressed in transformative garments, my guides are saying. Your transition through this eclipse energy that takes you forward for 6 months and is the next step in preparing you to assist what's happening here. A lot going on the earth, isn't it? And aren't we all meant to stand together this way? To ascend to the surface, my guides are saying. All right, they're using all kinds of words. Electrified. They're talking about being awakened, I think, So a lot of people focus on twin flame journey. My guides are giving a shout out to that today, which is not usual for them. So, you may have a partner, a sacred partner, that comes to awaken you, to stimulate you, to cause you to absorb and utilize the energy that comes to you through another person. And it could be anyone. Please do not, my guides are using the word, do not initiate the function of addiction to relationship. Oh, God bless me. So, it could be anything, but keep your vision wide. It might be another person. This is a general reading. I'm not here to do a love reading. I'm here to do a reading about your soul travel. So, all those inferences respected, my guides are saying. This is the energy. It is about a sacred couple in the mythology of the story. They were separated from each other. The feminine portion of the couple had a spell put on her. She was going through a massive transformation. She had to rebirth herself. When that process was done, she used her own magic to pull herself forward. They were able to reach each other. They were in a banquet hall. They ran to the fireplace and literally stepped into the fire of transformation. And they rose through the smoke hole, turned into swans, flew away. There's a lot of mystical stories in the Celtic tradition. In Irish mythology, my guides are saying. So if you want to go and look that up, check it out. But you're clearly, you and you, bonding together now. You're becoming whole in a way perhaps that you haven't. So my guides are saying, look into the other pieces of your chart. What is there that you need to bond yourself with so that you can ascend and go forward? Humanity needs you very much because of who you are and what you carry and the energy, the drum beat of your energy leading us forward. So coming through this eclipse, you have been brought onto a new foundation. It's a fertile moment. And there you stand with the ancient ones, sacred feminine energy. Very beautiful. 6 of Pentacles. Assistance being given. Okay, my guides are talking about this image of a Scorpio that we don't think about. So, you are deep. You do travel to the deep. You are used to this kind of a journey, my guides are saying. So it's being transformed now. There's some knowledge coming through to you about the way you stand with the ancients and the sacred realm in the deep places in which you swim. There is purity in what is unfolding, my guides are saying. And we see it, of course, because of the garments. So a lot going on in this card. I could speak about that for an hour, and I'm going to move on. So my guides been asking me to mix up the cards. So before each reading, while I was doing my meditation, I shuffled all the decks and things would pop out. So there you go, your destiny. We already know because of the oracle cards and the way the cards have come out to date. My guides are saying, this is your Aquarius moment. Your destiny is coming forward. Do you see how you have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the earth, and the light, the sacred waters being poured into both places? So manifestation of a dream. And my guides are talking about the dreams of humanity clearly indicated in your own life? Very definitely. Because you're on this new foundation of knowledge that you have gained, because of the travel you are having, the way you are being awakened through, have been, my guides are saying, have been, very emphatically, you're changing your destiny. Wheel of Fortune, things are turning. You know, my guides are saying, you know all about it. They're confirming for you. So it's very interesting. Um, there's the bridge card, the elopement of art, the way love energy runs through you, runs through your life, the way you've been separated from it, unable to attain it, unable to actuate this, perhaps in some way. So, a little story about two people that found a treasure map. They went off to find the treasure. They found it in the dungeon area of a castle. You see how the water runs into this place? And the minute they touched the bowl, they got stuck to it. So this is the Eight of Cups. There's something you've been stuck to that you're walking away from. It's time for that to be over. It's fascinating to me because of some events that have happened in my life. So, my guides are saying, understand it's what's meant to be. And when you release yourself and you walk forward into your own destiny, there's a form of release, of course, that comes to you. Okay, my guys are talking again about the salmon and the drum. There's something inside of you that's calling you forward, and it is why you release. You release yourself from something. Might be a relationship, might be something that you're stuck to, might be something inside your own heart. My guides again are saying, look widely at yourself. And if you are having this experience in your life, what is it that you are meant to walk into rather than walk away from? And there it is. The quest of knowledge. You are finishing a cycle, Scorpio, very clearly. It's the Ten of Pentacles. So you're coming into your abundance now. And you have, through whatever it is you're experiencing, you have come to this place. You reach the mountaintop. You are transformed. You are going to be walking forward into your destiny this way. This is the first card on your soul travel line. You are looking at the sacred bowl of all wisdom. Some people call it the Akashic Records. Okay, my guys are saying, into and out of fly the angels and the ancestors and all those notions. Something's being revealed to you because you have finished a cycle of something in your life, and clearly you are moving forward, activated now. And once the activation comes, the cycle is complete. My guys are saying, and do you understand? So, if you have to leave something behind, you don't need to grieve it. You just need to look at it. My guys are saying, just look at that and go, oh, wow. So, not meaning to be disrespectful, but my guys just want to acknowledge for you, there must be something you're experiencing, Scorpio. And a lot of Scorpios have come to Moonrise Cottage for shamanic journeys over the last year. And truly, this is what they are experiencing. There's something they're leaving behind. Sometimes it's a career, sometimes it's a partner, sometimes it's a way of being. And they're coming into their wisdom time. Right? And as you do that, of course, you come into your abundance because they are inordinately linked. All right, I don't know if I talked about this. My guides put this here. I've talked about it so much, and I'm still a little fuzzy because Mercury's in retrograde, and there's been some intense unfoldings here over the weekend. See the lightning bolt? Remember what the card for the drum was talking about? Power of thunder. Something is happening. My guides are calling this an event horizon that has come forward. And you walk in to this event horizon, into the void, unknowing, perhaps unsure. You feel it within you, my guides are saying, or this wouldn't be here, right? You're feeling something coming forward. There's the event horizon. So we're talking about something that has happened, and we're talking about the things to come as well. And that's where you're going. See that? I can't even remember where I got this from, but there it is. Okay, Scorpio. And of course, for the second time in this reading, we see you on a new foundation. You are coming into a place where you are going to be more able to deal with your passion. And I think of all the signs in the universe, you have more passion than anybody else. My guides are saying, we don't care what they say. It's true. So part of your journey, of course, is learning to manage it. And you've come through a rite of passage of some kind. And you're at a new foundation now. Six of Wands. Victory. You've got the tools that you need. You're open. Scorpio, something has happened. You've become open. And you're able to stand with the fire, the passion, the fire of creation inside the void. Thank you, Spirit. And you are creating something. We can't see what it is because you're so fabulously mysterious. But clearly something's going on, and you are extremely focused and intent on what it is you are creating. Really interesting. So always look at the way the columns are aligned and the way the energy runs through the rows of cards, okay, to get the deepest meanings out of these readings, pardon me. Oh, gosh. Scorpio. Courtship of battle. Three of Swords. So my guides are talking about similar things that were coming through about this. Something happened. You're leaving something or someone behind. So this is a really beautiful little fairy tale that comes out of Celtic Wisdom Tarot. Do you see the fire in the background, the little hut? That indicates happiness coming forward when you step out of this battle that you've been engaged in. So this is about two warriors that this woman was in a rage, and she went out to find this man because he killed her beloved. He was a soldier. It was his job. There was no malice. So she put on her armor and she went out to do battle with him. And she was intent on killing him because she was really angry and deeply grieving because it changed her destiny. So they battled on for a long time. They were well matched in the battle. It's really interesting. She fell into the river. He plunged his sword in that moment into the ground and said, I don't want to do this battle anymore. And he reached out to pull her up. And in that moment, she raises her blade to him with the ballast of her sword. And it's a little fairy tale. So the battle finishes because they respect each other. They acknowledge their love for each other based on the power that each one holds. And they live happily ever after. It's that kind of a fairy tale. So there's something that you're going through. And I think the knowledge that's coming to you is moving you forward. And you're done with it. You've finished the cycle. Really interesting. So when we're talking about the soul of a Capricorn, in all of these ways, part of the message, my guys are saying the major part of the message, is to understand the way in which your vibration develops and moves forward through the drumbeat that's inside of you. In concert with and despite the things you may experience that may bring wounding to you because you're so sensitive. So all these notions of finishing cycles, standing on new foundations, with your passion intact, being ignited, moving yourself forward. Because we need you on the surface, Scorpio. And I know you are meant to swim in the deep, but I think these experiences are bringing you forward somehow into your own life. As we go through the next 6 months with this eclipse energy activated, this is the way you've experienced your activation. It's time to bless it and to love it, my guides are saying, and to know the place that your soul has intended you to travel in order to have this activation, because this is the theme of the reading, is about moving forward in activation. Very clearly, through your own mysterious process, because it is your destiny, because you came through as a Scorpio. So, interesting to me. All right. Here's the purpose. We've already talked about it. That's the renewer of devotion. That is an indication of the sacred cauldron. Again, look at that. And my guides, part of the information in this card is about the cycle of the tripartite soul, going through its initiation, going through its intention, landing. Here's where you're landing, my guides are saying, because this is one of the outcome cards. There are two. You're swimming into the bowl of knowledge and wisdom and healing. Whatever these experiences are that you're having that have set you on this new foundation, it is the purposes are healing. We see the sacred daughters of Brigid. We see the triple sacred brotherhood. This is bringing you to this moment where you are experiencing the energy of the renewal of your devotion. It is about coming into alignment and bringing your compassion and your awareness to the experience of living when it comes to all souls, clearly for yourself. But, we're all being activated in all kinds of ways through all these journeys. So, Scorpio, I think in this moment you understand more about this than I do, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to encourage you to look deeply into the cards and line it up for yourself. I'm not sure that I'm here to tell you anything other than to deliver these messages for you. Part of what I think is, far be it from me to tell a Scorpio anything. And that's part of the lesson that I've learned over the last year because of the nature of your experience of the void. It is what you carry. And you swim into and out of that place, shamanically led, in order to come into your soul rising. So, interesting. There's the last card, Queen of Art, sitting in the triple spiral, birth, life, death, decay, rebirth. She is very wise. She's very balanced. She's extremely creative, very passionate, of course. So there's something going on, Scorpio, I think. Oh gosh, look what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay? Transformations within one lifetime, bringing you into a place of wisdom and knowledge being revealed to you, the revelation of knowledge. So let's just put that right there. We're going to put her over here. So this is how you emerge, I think, from the sacred bowl. And as I'm saying this, we have Hurricane Barry traveling through the Northeast today. It's starting to rain. It's raining really hard. I like it. So you're going to come into a place of receiving and being able to use your creative nature. You're sitting right next to the fire of creation because of this eclipse. That's the way you have been. My guides are talking about all of us, not just you, coming to a point of reset through this eclipse because of what's coming forward. It's part of this cycle of, obviously, initiation, transforming your vibration. There's some little set point that wants to be perhaps transformed. I'm trying to be really careful with my words, as you can tell. So there's something happening. You know more about it than I do. But all these notions about fire energy and being transformed and coming into the full light of the sun as you leap forward, following the drumbeat of something that is inside of you, that you came here, obviously, with a soul contract. Again, fire energy is really interesting. So I think you're going to stop struggling with yourself. That's part of what's going on here. You're going to stop, whatever struggles you may have inside of you, I think you're going to come to love yourself in a way that is sweet and profound and wonderful. And those journeys, perhaps with yourself, that break your own heart, are coming to an end. So there are going to be a lot more turning as your destiny comes forward. And it is because you're on these new foundations. It does have the purpose of preparing you to be here as a sacred warrior, in a sense, while we come through all the different set points, the different stops. Okay, my guides are talking about the train. Okay, the train of your life that's moving forward. It's true for all of us. We are all going to have many incarnations. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. So we're going to go through a lot of different shift and change. over the course of the next year, particularly the next 6 months. So in these moments, my guides are saying, allow yourself to rest. Just allow this message, whatever it is for you, to they want you to just kind of float. Kind of like this, the reading about salmon was saying, yep, you're swimming against the tide. You're trying to get home, aren't you? Clearly, coming home to yourself. That's what we're talking about, I think, more than anything else. The guides are saying sometimes the salmon finds a pool of water and it just rests there on its journey. So a lot of transformation coming forward in these moments. Allow yourself to rest. My guides are saying, if you can, just go be in a body of water and feel yourself. And be kind to yourself. Because destiny is turning. You are fulfilling your destiny. I have no doubt. Very interesting. All right, let's pull a rune. A lot of chatter coming through. I forgot to say something. I'll get to it in a moment. Hang on. Spirit, what is it that will help Scorpio tie this message together? All right, 2 things are coming out. Look at that, Scorpio. What am I saying? The Sacred Warrior. Flow. All right, I'm going to put it here. Flow right into your destiny. Beautiful, Scorpio. Let's read from the book, okay? So while I'm pulling out the pages of the book, my guides want me to say, okay, there's a commercial. I'm calling it a commercial. So that's a representation of where we are all at. There's Cancer in the North Node, bringing forward the eclipse, the season of this eclipse, resting upon the firmament of Capricorn, hosting Pluto, building with Saturn, this new structure. It is being built, and that's why your message comes the way it is. That's how you understand your own journey. Through the archetype of this, my guides are saying. They're talking about chaos. So the new structure that we are meant to swim in and be part of. Oops, well, there that goes. There you go. Perfect illustration. The energy's running away with you. It is being built. My guides are saying thank you, Spirit. Okay, from underneath us, the deep waters, the places you swim. You're feeling the drumbeat. And you know something. There's something really sacred that you know, Scorpio. So, all right, let's jump into the runes. I don't know if I said it, but Mercury's in retrograde. I've been making speech mistakes all day long. So bear with me as I try to get the message out. All right, so the Sacred Warrior. Not too much needing to be said, given everything that has been said. All right, so this is Chu. I never know how to say it. The warrior, the Sacred Warrior, the Sky God. This is the rune that indicates the Sacred Warrior. And always the battle of the Sacred Warriors with the self. Thank you, Spirit. It is about funding your will through action, yet unattached to the outcome. Remaining mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you. Thank you, Spirit. These are among the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the energy of discrimination, a sword-like quality that enables you to cut away the old. See? The dead, the extraneous. And yet within this rune comes a certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. Be patient. It is one of the virtues of this rune. The reward of patience is patience. Here you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of life itself. And you have 2 foundation cards on the table. Only in so doing can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when you draw this rune. It is associated with the sun, the masculine energy, the active principle. This rune is one of courage and dedication. In ancient times, it was the glyph that warriors painted on their shields before battle. And now the same symbol strengthens your resolve to align yourself with yourself. Okay, so there was a lot of channeling coming through. One more. As I read that, my guides wanted me to show you something, tell you a little story. But let's get the other rune out first. That is the rune for flow, of course. The place you're flowing into. No doubt. No surprise. Should be no surprise to you, my guys are saying. All right. Flow. This is the rune Laguz. It is about flow. It indicates water, that which conducts. Something very sacred, my guides are saying. So unseen powers are active here. Powers that nourish and shape and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, the ebb and flow of relationships. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Laguz encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. I like that. This rune speaks to the satisfaction of your emotional needs and to the awakening of the intuitive or lunar side of your nature. For while the sun strives for differentiation, okay, my guys are telling me to do this. There we go. While the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union and merging. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, for deep revaluing, reorganizing, realigning. A rune of deep knowing, it may call you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self-transformation. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning to your own rhythms. Again, they're talking about the drum beat of your own heart, my guides are saying. A rune of the self, relating rightly to the self with a capital S. Laguz signifies what alchemists call conjunctio or sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it is the end where the hero and the heroine live happily ever after. So interesting, isn't it? How all these cards. So my guys are just saying, ponder that. Just let yourself ponder what's going on in your life, all the things you experience, the way you experience them. So I've just come through. Well, I'm stepping into the first part of a new journey for myself, and it has to do with the water element. And as that journey was initiated, I had some dreams about being bitten by a snake, and you can go see those videos on the channel if you want. It was back in March, I think. So things have been coming forward, and I've been through a lot of things that kind of look like this inside myself and with other people. So as this full moon came on, here's what started to happen. I don't know if you can see this. The skin is literally peeling off of me. My skin is peeling off like a snake sheds its skin. It's kind of hard to see because this camera's not great. But all the skin is peeling off my hands. So I'm taking that as a message from my guides about me shedding my skin. And somehow that relates to you, or that story wouldn't be coming up. So Scorpio, my gosh, intense blessings coming your way. The way the depth of you is married to your passion, I think there are things like that because we see all this fire energy, we see all this water energy, transcendence in all kinds of ways. You know, it's interesting. Transcendence by virtue of bonding and letting go. Isn't that fascinating? I like it. I'm going to ponder this as I ponder my own water set point nature. It's going to take a while for this to sink in for me, I think. So have a wonderful last part of the month. Allow yourself just to float here. You don't have to totally understand. Just be in the energy that's available to you and know that your transformation is coming forward. Okay, my guides keep saying many transits. So there will be many transits through the year, of course. But my guides are saying they are calling you forward now because you are needed for this transformation that we're going through. And they are continuing to chatter, but I'm going to clip it off there. I've been talking long enough, I think. So Scorpio, thanks so much for picking up this message. Thanks for everything that you are doing, and thanks for everything that you are becoming. I truly appreciate it. My guides they're saying, and we're in awe of you in this moment. And it's true, I feel the same way. So anything that comes to you while you look at my readings, there are many things that you know that I don't know. It's always true. So anything that you learn by looking at these cards or listening to me, please put them on the comment section. It helps all of us. And clearly in these times, we need your wisdom, don't we, Scorpio? Thanks, Scorpio. I look forward to being back soon. Have a wonderful couple weeks.